And how about yourself, sir?
It's just a little scary because I'm trying to get my education on and technically study, right, and having a belief that someone can walk in and just do that to me when I'm in my school premises where I feel like it should be safe and we shouldn't be affected by anyone like that.
I'm at Mohawk College in Hamilton, Ontario, and I'm here because in the months ahead there might be a notable addition to the Mohawk College student body, namely Ayanli Hassan Ali. Now, if that name rings a bell, it's perhaps because 3 years ago, Mr. Ali burst into a Canadian Forces recruiting office in Toronto wielding a large kitchen knife. He attempted to kill 3 military personnel there. When Ali was finally subdued, he was charged with 9 counts, including attempted murder. Now, you might think that an individual such as Ali would be locked up for a long time, but no, Ali will apparently soon be released from a secure psychiatric facility where he's being detained currently so that he can go back to school. Michelle Mandel of the Toronto Sun has been covering this tale, and it's a disturbing story to be sure, given the number of red flags. For example, the Ontario Review Board supports the idea that Ali should be allowed to go on campus unescorted. And yet this very same ORB notes that Ali, quote, still possesses a significant threat to the safety of the public, end quote. The ORB also notes that Ali, quote, holds some of the same delusions that he experienced at the time of the attack. Meanwhile, Ali's psychiatrist has stated that there is indeed a risk that Ali might, quote, act out on political or radical ideas and that there is no treatment for that, end quote. With so much baggage, how can anyone possibly think it's a good idea for Ali to be allowed to go to any educational institution unsupervised? What about the potential threat to the safety and well-being of Mohawk students and faculty members? Which is why we're in Hamilton, to see if we can get some much-needed answers to some very important questions. What we learned, gentlemen, is that there is someone who attempted murder and has terroristic beliefs that might be coming to Mohawk College unescorted, and we're just asking students how they feel about that.
Uncomfortable when you say it just like that. I don't know the person, I don't know exactly what we're talking about, but we have a lot of checks and balances, as students coming to Mohawk, so for someone to have that kind of a background to just walk in is a little much.
Yes.
I'd have to say, you hope that somebody here is doing their job to make sure that we as students are safe, being on campus, and that they've, looked into this as much as they could. But it's tough. It's a student organization, and you hope, or a school, and you hope that everybody has the opportunity to educate themselves and move forward.
It's just a little scary because I'm trying to get my education on and technically study, right, and having a belief that someone can walk in and just do that to me when I'm in my school premises where I feel like it should be safe and we shouldn't be affected by anyone like that.
There's a chance that a person that attempted murder and has terrorist beliefs might be coming onto the Mohawk College campus unescorted. Would that be a concern to you?
Yeah, definitely. I come here to feel safe, so I, want to know what's going on at the school.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that because we're trying to find out what indeed the status is of his application, and we're being told that his privacy rights trump the disclosure of information.
I mean, I can understand where they're coming from in that point, but at the same time, he's not the only person that goes here. We've got thousands of students here and staff, and we all want to feel safe when we're going to school. That's our, one of our main focuses.
It's a fine line, right? It's a really fine line between that. I can't say because I've never been in that scenario where I'm worried about my privacy rights, and in that situation, I don't know. It's a tough one. I'm sorry.
But you don't look like somebody that's tried to kill somebody, and I think that's the nub of the argument, is that the Ontario Review Board and his psychiatrist has said that he is still potentially dangerous. So if I'm a student going to Mohawk, this would be a bit of a concern if he's unescorted, especially.
I guess for me, to be honest, it's not a concern. And sort of hearing this doesn't change anything majorly. I'm just going to go about doing what I do on a daily basis and going to class, right?
I'm wondering, why would the system allow someone like that to come here unescorted?
That's a great point. I'm on the same page. I have no idea how that could be allowed to slide.
How about yourself, sir?
I feel like they did that because they probably believe that people do change, so they're probably trying to give him a second opportunity, but that could be motive for him to do something too. It could be a game, you know what I mean, at the end of the day, if he has a psychiatrist and stuff, because like, it's all mentally, right?
Oh, indeed. I guess they're rolling the dice, but if things come up badly, it could be a very awful situation.
Yeah, but if you have to decide over like your whole school's safety, like if you're the president over one guy coming to the school, I think it's an obvious answer.
Right. I'm just coming from the point of view that you would think that public safety would trump the privacy rights of someone who has attempted murder.
Absolutely. That's not something that we want to be a part of at school. I wouldn't feel safe having that person sit next to me in class. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what they're planning at the end of the day.
I mean, you're coming here to learn something, I guess, not to, keep looking over your shoulder in case someone's going to do something nefarious.
Yeah, if he's a danger, then that's probably not a good thing. But, if he wants to change his life and get an education, I guess that's okay, too.
Okay, then. Great. I spoke with Bill Steinberg, the head of PR for Mohawk College, who told me that not only will the school not discuss whether or not Ali has been admitted, but he said that if or when he is admitted, no students or faculty members would be warned. Steinberg says the privacy of Ali as a student would trump the rights of other students or the faculty to know of any risks he posed. We also reached out to Maria Hayes, Senior Public Affairs Specialist at St. Joseph's Healthcare, the Hamilton institution where Mr. Ali is apparently still residing. Hayes also declined to comment on Ali's current status or future education endeavors. Well, there you have it. We tried to get some more information about Mr. Ali, including whether or not he's still at this facility, and the people here would not comment. Indeed, thanks to political correctness taken to the ultra extreme, it would appear that the privacy rights of a terrorist, yes, a terrorist, actually trumps public safety. Indeed, why else are the authorities so willing to roll the dice when it comes to this gentleman? Is it to show sensitivity? Or is it all about virtue signaling and embracing the idea that everybody deserves a second chance, even those who might still be mentally ill and still be clinging to radicalism? How did we ever get to this point? How did we ever allow ourselves to potentially sacrifice the safety of law-abiding Canadians, all in the name of reasonable accommodation for those amongst us who are neither reasonable nor accommodating? For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, have you heard you can listen to all Rebel shows as a podcast? Please go to the Rebel.media/listen.